would like you, if I were you, I would actually come with my writing materials, my notepad, and my biro, right, and my pen, right? So this section promised to be very, very informative and educative. If you actually wondered what cybersecurity expert does, what they do, what role they play in a company, why is cybersecurity one of the most in-demand roles today? If you really need clarity on this question, you have a lot of questions. You want to know why cybersecurity is actually one of the great jobs, one of the great career paths that a lot of professionals are actually towing into. If you need clarity, you want to know why, you want to know what cybersecurity and you want to know how to transition into cybersecurity field, then this section is for you. If you have anybody who you know will be interested, please kindly share the link to the person. And once again, you are very much welcome. So before I introduce our guest today, for those of us joining us for the very first time, I would like to introduce Amdor. Who is Amdor and what exactly do we do at Amdoranalytics? Amdoranalytics, over here at Amdoranalytics, we are committed to empower individuals to become global talents through our comprehensive and accessible training programs. Our mission is very simple. Our mission is to bridge the skill gap by equipping learners with in-demand skills, just like cybersecurity we'll be learning today, enabling them to make informed decisions, drive innovations, and create positive change in the tech-driven world, particularly across the African continent. We have a track record of helping over 8,000 participants. Yes, you heard that right, 8,000 participants. So for those of you who are you are so scared, you feel like, oh, I've not heard of Amdor. Amdor have been in existence for a very long time. We have a track record of we've helped over 8,000 participants transition successfully into the tech ecosystem. We specialize in providing quality training such as data analytics, business analytics, cybersecurity, data engineering, HR analytics, AI engineering, project management, and data science. So just like I said earlier, you're very much welcome. So we are about to dive into the real matter for the day. But before we proceed, I would like to introduce who our amazing tutor for today will be. Our tutor is no other person than Oluwatosin. Oluwatosin is a project management seasoned instructor and trainer with a strong passion for empowering individuals in the cybersecurity field. As an ISC2 and CompTIA certified professional with over 5 years of industry experience, he brings a wealth of knowledge and expertise, distilling complex concept into accessible insight. With a proven track record of training over 1,000
Hi, Tosi. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Okay, so hi everyone. Welcome to today's section. Welcome to Amdoranalytics Cybersecurity Bootcamp. So please, while we wait for our host to join us, just welcome special people. I mean, people that are joining us for the first time. If you know that today is your first time joining Amdoranalytics program, you want to especially welcome you to this section. Please type 1. Let's welcome you. Today is your first time joining Amdoranalytics program. Please type 1, or you can just use your favorite emoji. Just give us thumbs up so we can welcome you. Hello, you're welcome. Okay, today is your first time joining Amdoranalytics Bootcamp. Okay, today we're going to be learning a lot. Thank you very much, Eke. Welcome. Right, so we are going to be learning a lot from our experts, and a lot of people are so much interested in learning cybersecurity. They want to know more about cybersecurity. They want to know what cybersecurity is, if cybersecurity is the right career path for them. So after today's section, you are going to know if it's something that you would love to pursue your career in. I believe our facilitator here, who is an expert in the industry, would help us to direct us on things to learn and the things to expect as a cybersecurity student. Hi, Tosi, can you hear me? So I want to welcome Tosi so that he can proceed with
Yes,
training. All
yes,
right,
I can
Tosi.
hear you.
All right, please go ahead, Tosi.
Okay. Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. Please confirm if you can hear me, please. Kindly confirm if you can hear me.
Very clear and loud.
All right, great. So, good evening, good afternoon to everyone, depending on where you are hearing us from or following this webinar from. And it's nice to have each and every one of us here this moment. And I would like to appreciate Amdor for coming up with this webinar. It's a great thing for people to be able to see what they are getting into and have a clear understanding of the cyber space. Now, I know a lot of us, we have series of questions that we will need to ask at the end of this training. And a lot of us, we have not, we've never had any experience with, in cybersecurity. We have not had any encounter with a cybersecurity professional. We just see them or hear them from afar. And then what they do looks like magic to us, because the understanding of cybersecurity that many of us have is that cybersecurity is all about hacking, breaking into system, testing system, and all of that. Yes, that is a core part of cybersecurity, but that is not all. You see, there are a whole lot of things that you are going to be learning today, a lot of things that your eyes will be open to today. So I would like to share my screen. Please, I would like you to confirm when you can see my screen as we proceed in today's class. Okay. So kindly confirm if you can see my screen, please.
Not yet.
No, you can see. Yes.
Okay, you can see it now. All right, thank you very much. So today we are going to be looking at a very important topic: cybersecurity, the skill of the future. Cybersecurity, the skill of the future. Cybersecurity, the skill of the future. Now, before we go into the future, before we look at how cybersecurity is relevant in the future, I would like us to see what is currently happening, what is the current thing that happens. Now, according to the world statistics, we experience in the world now, we experience about 2,200 attacks every day on the internet. 2,200 attacks every day on the internet. Now, this is something very powerful for you to take note of, because as much as technology is good, as much as technology is a very fine thing for every one of us, you also have to look at it that the more technology we have, the more exposed we are to attacks. So I'll give you an illustration. In about 30 years ago, nobody is worried about anybody hacking into his WhatsApp or Facebook account. You know why? Because the technology called Facebook and WhatsApp never existed. So it means that the more we get technological, the more we become advanced in technology, the more the what we call attack surface increases. Now attack surface might seem like a technical term, but what it basically means is the basic entry points for attackers into our system. So the more technological we become, the more attacks we are exposed to. So when we came up with WhatsApp, then WhatsApp hacking came in. When we came up with Facebook, then people began to hack into Facebook. When we came up with mobile banking app, then people began to, attackers began to target that as well. So the more technology we have, the more attack we have. So that is why, as of today, we have 2,200 attacks every day. That's the average. And if technology keep on increasing, if we keep on innovating, then it means that the number of attacks will keep on increasing. Now, this is one of the key reasons why you, as a cybersecurity person, as someone going into cybersecurity or that is showing interest in cybersecurity, this is why you will remain relevant. I tell my students every time, I tell everybody that attends my webinar or masterclass, that there is no day, a day will not come that cybersecurity will become obsolete. No, that day will not come that cybersecurity will no longer be needed. You know why? Because for as long as technology exists, for as long as the digital space exists, for as long as internet exists, then cybersecurity is needed. It's just like saying we will not need security personnel again in our banks, except if banks don't exist, no matter the level of security we put in place. You remember that there are many years ago, CCTV was not a thing. And because CCTV was not existing, we have security personnel always, monitoring our bank. But even when we now brought in CCTV, when CCTV was innovated, and then we began to use them in our banks, we still need people. We still need security personnel around. Even when we now got to the point where we now begin to use security doors, what we call security door, bulletproof doors, we still need security personnel. So that day will not come that cybersecurity professionals will no longer be needed. I know the order of the day now is AI, artificial intelligence. I can guarantee you that even AI needs security. That is sincere truth, because AI itself is a technology. I can give you a simple example now that will make you see that there is what we call, as much as AI is very beneficial to us, and then we give prompt to AI and AI give us response, there is an attack now called AI and prompt injection. Now that is giving wrong prompt, giving malicious prompt into AI to make AI do the wrong thing. You see that? So if that is an attack, then a security system needs to be put in place against that. And that is where cybersecurity comes in. All right. So let's look at what are the things that we are going to be looking at today. Okay. So what are the things that we are going to cover? We are going to be looking at the cyber threat landscape. The cyber threat landscape. Then number two, we look at why cybersecurity is the skill of the future, because there are a lot of skills you can learn in the tech space. Why cybersecurity? You see, it's very, very important we are able to establish this. There are a lot of skills that you can learn in the cyberspace. Apologies to data analysts, apologies to business analysts, apologies to web designers, back-end developers, software engineers. But why cybersecurity among all of this? Why not data analysis? Why not business analysis? As good as those things are, as needed as they are, why cybersecurity? We are going to look at that. Then number three, all domains of cybersecurity. So this one will demystify the myth that is around cybersecurity. Everybody thinks every cybersecurity professional can hack into WhatsApp, can hack into Facebook, can hack into email. No, it doesn't work that way. There are different domains. Basically, we have about 8 domains of cybersecurity, and not all of them have to do with hacking. There are some that just have to do with analysis. There are some that have to do with compliance, writing of policies, and all of that. So we are going to look at that. Then number 4, we look at the career paths and the certifications that are obtainable in cyber security. And number 5, we look at real world cases, that is typical examples, real world examples of cyber cases. And lastly, we'll look at a course overview, that is, if you register for cybersecurity course, what are the things you should be expecting, what are the things that you are going to be taught. So those are that's just a summary of what we are going to be looking at today. So let's just dive right in to the business of the day. So the cyber threat landscape. I made a statement the other time. Now, I know you might be thinking, oh, there is no data to back that up. I have my data here. You can see on your screen. One of the things that you have to take note of is the annual global cybercrime cost for 2025. We don't have for 2026 yet. The annual global, that is the amount of money that was lost into cyber attack in 2025 is $10.5 trillion. That's a huge amount of money. $10.5 trillion. Now, that is more than the net worth of the richest man in the world. You see how crazy it can be. So, cybercrime costs us a lot of things. Key among them is money. Every attack, one way or the other, will lead to the loss of money. Every attack, one way or the other. There are three major things that you lose when there is a cyber attack. You lose reputation. For example, now, if every one of us that are here now, we bank with, maybe we bank with any fintech, OP, Pampi, Kuda, Money Points, Piggyvest, which other companies do we have? The Cowrywide, any of these banks that are, financial technology company, and they owed our resources, they owed our money. If you just go online now and you just check your Twitter page, or you check Instagram, or you check Facebook, and somebody just type, OP has been hacked, people's money are being moved. Even if it is just 2K, you know what we call 2K. If it is urgent 2K that you just have in that account, the first step or the first thing you want to do is you are running to your bank app to remove your money. Why? Because at that moment, OP lost their reputation with you. So it means that customers lose their trust for a particular organization, clients lose their trust for a particular organization, investors lose their trust in a particular organization, stakeholders lose their trust in a particular organization when there is a cyber attack. That's number one. Number two, we lose finances, we lose money. Just like what you can see on your screen, 10.5 trillion in total. And that's, that's just the one that are estimated, the one that are accounted for. There are a lot of attacks that nobody heard about it. The personal attacks, there are people that lose money because somebody hacked into their WhatsApp or hacked into their email and they never reported it. Those ones are not part of this. And those ones are more common than these ones. Are you getting it now? So that 10.5 is just the recorded global estimate of cybercrime costs. Now, if we are losing $10.5 trillion every year, that's a lot of money. That's to tell you that that particular industry is somewhere to pay attention to. Are you getting that now? Now, another major thing that we lose, aside trust, aside reputation now, aside money, is that it can lead to legal issues. For example, now, if you are holding the data of private data now of a Nigerian citizen, there is a regulation that is called the NDPA. The NDPA, that Nigeria Data Protection Act. It was formerly NDPR, Nigeria Data Protection Regulation. So now it is NDPA. And one thing about that regulation is that if your company is holding the data of Nigerian citizens and you malhandle or you mishandle or you handle those data irresponsibly, now you can, people in the organization can be jailed for it. You can pay fine. They can close down your company depending on the level of non-compliance that was discovered. Are you following me now? So that shows you that it is not just money that will be lost. People can do jail. Just like, comically speaking now, people can go to jail for data breach. People can lose money for data breach, and companies can lose reputation for data breach. This is why cybersecurity experts will always be needed, because there is no organization that want to go through that problem. It's a difficult thing if the government is fighting you, or if a regulatory body is fighting you. You most likely may not win. So no organization want to go through that kind of problem. No organization want to go through that kind of trouble. So to avoid that kind of thing, they bring in cybersecurity experts. Are you following now? Then another major thing in the threat landscape is that 43% of attack target small business. This is another misconception. A lot of people think, oh, because we are just little, they cannot target us. You are the target. The fact that you are not even big enough to afford cybersecurity expert is why you are the target. They know that Google can afford security experts. They know Microsoft can afford security experts. They understand that Facebook can afford security experts. But they know you with your 3 staffs cannot afford cybersecurity experts. So you are the target. Now, they are not targeting you mainly because of the little money you have now. They are targeting you so that they can establish their root in your system. So that eventually when you become big, they won't need to now start thinking of coming into your system. So it's just like planting. We have a type of attack that is called Trojan horse. They plant it into your system and then it grows with you. So as you are expanding as a business, they are not attacking you yet. Everything will be moving fine. But the day you come into maybe a big investment, or somebody invests in your company, somebody invests in your organization, then they strike. It happened to a company in Nigeria. I won't be mentioning their name. That business closed down Many of you know the business. It's a big business. It should be a competitor with Flutterwave. You should know the company now. That was the problem they had. Are you getting it? So 43% of attacks target small business. So the fact that you're a small business is a major reason why they are targeting you. All right. Then lastly, 280 days average breach detection time. What does that mean to you? It means that most breaches take up to 280 days before they are detected. Now, if it takes 280 days is almost a year. If it takes almost a year to detect attacks, it means that a lot of damages would have been done. A lot of damage would have been done. So this is what is happening in the cyber threat landscape. These are the things we are witnessing. This is what is happening in the digital space. Are you following now? So these are the things that leads to why we need a lot of cyber security experts. Now, there are different kinds of attacks that can happen. We have ransomware attack, we have phishing attack, we have zero-day exploit, we have supply chain attack. Now, each of these attacks now, they have the way they are carried out and they have their own explanation. So let me quickly explain ransomware to you. Just as kidnappers can kidnap people and demand for ransom, attackers can kidnap data. Are you getting it now? Attackers can kidnap data and demand for ransom. So they encrypt data and now demand the organization to pay a ransom. Imagine a bank having about 1 million customers and all the customers already registered, you already have their BVN, their NIN, what other information have their date of birth and different other information already recorded in the database, saved in the database. Then an attacker accesses that kind of database and lock the bank out of it. Number one, you will not be able to do transactions. Now, imagine 1 million people. Let's assume all of them are not doing transactions at the same time. But imagine 500,000 people trying to do transactions with a bank and the transaction is not going through. That bank will most likely crumble. Because imagine 500,000 people dragging your company online. You might not survive it. So that is one thing that attackers do. So they lock your data, they encrypt it, and they now ask you to pay a ransom. If you're ready to pay, they release your data to you and they may not release it. That's just one thing about ransomware attack. They might not release it even after you have made payment. So there are ways we go about that. That's the work of cybersecurity professionals now. But I'm just showing you that it costs organizations millions, even billions sometimes per incident. Then phishing attack is the most common one to the common man because it has to do with clicking of links, receiving phone calls, SMS. Now, let me give an illustration. How many of us here have received this kind of email that your Facebook account is about to be compromised? Kindly change your password in the next 24 hours. How many of us have received that kind of email? Let me see your hand. Just put up your hand. You have received that kind of email before, that your Facebook account is about to be compromised. Change your password within the next 24 hours. Do you know that most of the times when you receive that kind of email, it's not from Facebook? Are you following me now? Most of the time when you receive that kind of email, it's not from Facebook. There is a way they craft it. There is a way they make that email look so deceptive. They make it so convincing so that you don't even need to check. You not even check. You just click the link. Now, as you are clicking that link, you are gone. Time will not permit. I would have demonstrated for us how phishing works, but time will not permit us. But phishing is one of the most common. Now, let me use another illustration. How many of us have received this kind of message? Dear so, or they may not even call your name. You have received the total amount of 17,500 in the Tinubu poverty alleviation program. Call Richard or call Adamu to claim yours. How many of us have received that kind of message too? You know, it's very common. It's very common, especially in Nigeria. They use Tinubu name, they use Atiku's name, they use Davido's name. Those are common names. That is phishing. That is how phishing works. Because nobody is giving giveaway. Or they tell you, there is this common one now that is currently trending. They tell you Temu is hiring or Jumia is hiring. Or they say Temu, you have one iPhone 17 Pro Max. And they say you go and spin one wheel, then you click on it. Now, those things I'm illustrating for you, they are phishing attacks. Those are the way they steal your details. Those are the way they steal your data. Those are the way they steal your credential. And you will not know. You just think, oh, it's just a link. It's just a link. And that link is, your data is being harvested. So phishing attack is deceptive email tricks that trick user into revealing credentials or installing malware. Then we have zero-day exploit. Zero-day exploit means vulnerabilities that are unknown to the vendor or to the owner. That is, attackers knows the vulnerability before the owner of the system. Vulnerability is what we call weakness or loophole in a system. So when an attacker knows the loophole or the weakness before the vendor, before the owner of the system, that is zero-day exploit. Then we have supply chain attack. We target trusted software vendors to compromise downstream customers. That is, it's something like what we mean by supply chain is this particular system is partnering with this particular this organization is partnering. Organization A is partnering with organization B to provide service to customer C. Now they will not attack organization B, or they will not attack customer C directly. They go to organization A, or they will not attack organization A. They just they pick one out of the supply chain and they launch attack on them so that they can get to the remaining part of the supply chain. So those are the various kind of attacks that we have in the cyberspace. Are you following now? There are a lot of them. We have DDoS, DOS, we have man in the middle, we have brute force, different kind of attacks. But today is not the day for that. When you register for cybersecurity training, those are the things you'll be exposed to and how we do them, how they carry them out, and how to defend against them. All right, moving forward. So why cybersecurity? I asked that question the other time. Why? Why should you not go and learn web development? Why should you not go and learn back-end engineering? Why should you not do software engineering? Why cybersecurity? Number one reason is there are 3.5, and now these are based on statistics. There are things that can be verified. There are 3.5 million unfilled cybersecurity jobs globally as at 2025, which was just 4 months ago or 3 months ago. 3.5 million unfilled cybersecurity jobs globally. So you have a space, you have a place in the industry. It means that today is the best day. Or the best day to learn cybersecurity was yesterday. The second best day is today. You have a place in the industry. There are jobs ready for you. Now, am I saying immediately you get trained, you get job immediately? No. There is a process to think, but there are jobs. What I will not subscribe to is for people to tell you there are no jobs. I can guarantee you that there are jobs. I am a working professional in the industry, and I can tell you there are jobs. Okay. Number two reason why you need to learn cybersecurity is it's a well-paying career. It's a well-paying career. If there is any industry in the tech space now, I don't know much about the other industry, but in the tech space, if there is any part of tech that is paying more than cybersecurity, it can't be more than one, or maybe two. In fact, it cannot be more than one. So cybersecurity is up there when it comes to the way people get paid, when it comes to remuneration now. You understand? So imagine $120,000+ averagely now, annual salary for security analyst. Now, you'll be surprised that security analyst is the entry level for cybersecurity. Is the entry level. We have not even spoken about ethical hackers. We've not spoken about security managers. We've not spoken about information security managers. Those ones are, they are up there. But entry level security analysts, look at their average annual salary. Then we have 0% unemployment rate in the field. Now, this might look unrealistic, but I can guarantee you that that's the fact. 0% unemployment rate, because you know why? Every industry where they use computer, you are needed there. Where are you needed? Government and defense, financial services, that is banks, fintechs, any organization that has to do with finances, healthcare system, even hospital needs you, technology and cloud, critical infrastructures, and many other organizations. In fact, as a matter of fact, academic setup needs you. I remember that sometimes last year, a particular institution in Nigeria got hacked. Their website got hacked, and somebody posted pornography on their website. They need a cybersecurity expert. Somebody must be able to take that down. Somebody must be able to mitigate that. Somebody must be able to defend them against attacks. The transport system or the transport industry needs cybersecurity expert. The defense, I've stated that here, the defense industry needs cybersecurity experts. Currently, there is a war going on between Israel and Iran. Do you know that one of the attacks that was launched recently was because they hacked into the street lights, digitalized street lights, and Israel hacked into it? You see how crazy it could be, right? So you are needed everywhere. That is why there is 0% unemployment rate in the field. Then lastly, 35% job market growth over the next 5 years. That is the 3.5 million on field road that we have currently will increase in the next 5 years. It will keep on increasing. The more technology we have, the more the need for cyber security. All right, so let's look at the core domains of cyber security, because this is one of the things that confuses a lot of people. Somebody asked me one question one day and said, I don't like coding. Why should I do cyber security? I said, there is a part of cyber security where you don't even need to code at all. And I'm being sincere with you. This is not me trying to convince you. I'm being sincere with you. There is a part of cyber security where you don't need to code at all. There's a part of cyber security that is not as technical as you think it is. Are you following now? There is a part of cybersecurity that has to do with. So if you are coming from psychology background, law background, philosophy, government, political science, those background that has to do with law, rule of law, standard policies. Are you following me now? You actually have a place. You have a place in cybersecurity. So let's look at the core domains of cybersecurity. Number one, network security. Network security. Now, this one has to do with the use of firewall, IDS, IPS, VPN, network monitoring, and perimeter defense strategies. Then we have ethical hacking, which is the most common guy, the most common one of all the domain. Or don't let me use the word most common, the most popular. The most popular. That everybody wants to become hacker. Once they know that you are in cybersecurity now, they believe you are a hacker. So ethical hacking has to do with testing system to ensure that vulnerabilities are not on them. Testing system to patch their loopholes before attackers find them. Then we have cloud security. You know that our system has moved from traditional method of computing now to cloud. So everybody use Google Cloud, everybody use Azure, everybody use iCloud, which is common for you if you're using iPhone. Everybody use AWS, Amazon, different kind of cloud, Oracle. Now, those things need to be protected. They need to be secured. So cloud security is a major part of cyber security. Are you following me? Now, if you are still following me, can you give me a thumb up, please? Okay, great, great. So then we have digital forensics. Just as you have forensics under policing. Now you know that if you are in the security, I mean police, military, defense generally now, there's what we call forensic investigation. In healthcare too, that thing exists, forensic investigation. In cybersecurity too, forensic investigation exists. Forensic investigation exists. And what that means is that every hard disk that you have ever used on your system, the fact that you threw them away doesn't mean they cannot retrieve the information on them. I'm saying that there is a branch of cybersecurity that can take your SIM that you have broken, your SIM card that you have broken, and they will still retrieve every information from it. I'm saying your digital printer that you use, your digital printer, that if a digital forensic professional in cybersecurity get hold of it, they can retrieve everything you have ever printed on it. That's a domain on its own. That's the domain on its own. Are you getting it now? So those are the core domains in cybersecurity. Then we have cryptography that has to do with encryption, hashing, masking, digital infrastructure, public key infrastructure, digital certificate, digital signature. Those are the things that are under cryptography. It has to do with how we secure our data in transit. When you are browsing and you see HTTP, let me show you that very quickly so that you understand what I am explaining. So I'll share my screen again. Stop sharing. Let me share entire screen. Okay, so confirm if you can see my entire screen now. Hello, can you see my entire screen now?
Yes,
okay,
sir.
Great. Okay, great. Now, so imagine just pay attention to what I want to do now. We are going to learn something very serious. So if I type http :/example.com. Now pay attention. Enter. Good. Then I open another tab. https :/example.com. Enter. Now, same domain, example.com. But one is giving me not secure. The other is saying connection secure. Why? Only one thing is different. This one is HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, while this one is HTTPS, Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure. Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure. Now, you see that secure behind it that make it look secure, because that is what makes it secure, and that's what makes this one unsecure. I mean, not secure. That S behind it is actually encryption. That is, whatever you do on this part of the website, this HTTP, any website that carry HTTP, whatever you do, it means that if I connect certain tools, I can see everything you are doing. So if you input your password on this kind of website, we will be able to read it from the backend. Attackers will be able to see it. Cybersecurity experts will be able to see it as long as they have the access to the right tool. But for this, they will not be able to see it. You know why? Because that everything you are doing on it is encrypted. Everything you are doing on it is encrypted. So there is a certificate that shows that this domain is encrypted at the moment. So if I open this now, you will see view certificate. This is what we have here. This is a digital certificate. This is a digital certificate, and you will see that there is public key information. That's encryption key. This is encryption key. This is what makes it secure. You will also see SHA 250C. That's hashing algorithm. That is, if you input your password on this, it will not be saved as a plain text. It will be saved as a hash value. Now, I know everything I'm explaining now may look a bit technical, but I'm just showing you that in cybersecurity, every detail matters. HTTP, HTTPS are not the same. This one is not secure. This one is secure. Are you with me now? All right, so let's go back to our slide as we proceed in the class. So we have cryptography, and finally we have governance and risk. Now, governance and risk has to do with ISO 27001. It has to do with policies, basically, how we comply with rules of law, how we comply with regulation, how we set up frameworks, how we check our cyber risk management, how we manage our risks. Those are the things that are under governance and risk. And I can tell you that here, even if you have no technical background, you will survive here. You will thrive here. You will thrive here. You will do well. You don't necessarily need to be technical. I've seen bankers that pivoted into cybersecurity and they go into governance and risk. I have people who came from psychological department, or psychology department rather, or psychological background, and they are into ethical hacking now. Some of them are into digital forensic, some of them are into SOC analysis, security operations center. So you can do anything you set your mind to in cybersecurity. Just be ready to be consistent and be ready to learn. All right, moving forward, we have, okay, so know your adversaries. Who are the people you are fighting against? Because either you like it or not, the reason why security exists is because there is a crime. If there is no crime, there will be no need for security. Why are you being secured? So as a cybersecurity expert, you must have it at the back of your mind that there are certain people that are your enemy. They are your adversary. They are the people that are fighting against you or that you are fighting against. So let's see a few of them. We have the nation state APT. That is advanced persistent threat, nation state. Just like the example of Israel and Iran that I gave the other time, there are attackers that are sponsored by countries. There are attackers that are sponsored by nations. There are attackers that are sponsored by states. Yes. Russia has their group. They have a group that is sponsored. Lazarus group is sponsored by not Russia. Attackers. So these are a set of people that you are fighting against, or that you are protecting your system against. So this one, nation-state APTs are state-sponsored attackers. They are state-sponsored attackers. Then we have cyber criminal groups. Cyber criminal groups Anonymous is top on that list. Anonymous is top on that list. Yeah, Anonymous is the craziest group of attackers that we have, followed by Lazarus and some other groups. So you have the R Evil, we have the Conti, we have Wizard, Spider, Ransomware Syndicate, different kind of organization or groups that are into unethical hacking. They are into attacking. Are you getting it now? So we have cyber criminal groups. Then we have activists. These ones are not doing it for money. Their motive is just for political or social agenda. They don't like somebody, they hack into their system to expose them. They don't like a group of people, they hack into their, they want to push an agenda, they use hacking to do that. You understand? So they are in charge of defacement and leaks that you see out there. Then we have another group that are called insider threats. These ones, they are not attackers per se. Are you getting me now? They are not, when I say they are not attackers, actually they are attackers, but they are not outside of it. They are not people we don't know. They are within our system. They are within our system. It might be an employee that you did not treat well in your organization. Then they begin to reveal inside information. Inside information. Are you getting me now? It might be somebody that you not even offend, but has an understanding of how your system works. They have an understanding. They are insiders. That's just it. From their name, they are insiders. So they threaten us. They launch attack against us, or they help attackers against us. Okay. Then we have the script kids. The script kiddies. These ones, they are unskilled attackers, unskilled actors using off-the-shelf exploit kits. That is, people that are just learning hacking, people that are just out of curiosity. They just saw a tool and they just want to test it. Those ones are called script kiddies. They are called script kiddies, but still, they are part of the people that are our adversaries, because while they are testing their kits, they can launch an attack against our system and our system can go down for it. So understanding the different adversaries that we have is very, very important. So just as we have different domains in cybersecurity, we also have different domains in the attack landscape. Okay, moving forward. So let's look at ethical hacking, which is the commonest, the most known. So I just want to chip this in. At least you will go with a knowledge. At least you will say you have gone home with something in cybersecurity. Ethical hacking and penetration testing. There are 5 major phases. Every hacking has 5 major phases. Number 1 is reconnaissance. Reconnaissance means information gathering. You see, I was discussing with somebody earlier today, and I was telling that person, attackers don't break into your system. They wait for you to let them in. I will repeat that statement. Attackers don't break into your system. They wait for you to let them in. And letting them in may not mean that you are consciously doing it. It's just that they are waiting for that loophole. Without a vulnerability, there cannot be exploit. Sorry. Without a vulnerability, attackers they are not magicians. They are not using abracadabra. Without a vulnerability, without a loophole, they can't break into your system. So until a vulnerability is found, they cannot launch an exploit. So that is why they launch reconnaissance, information gathering. They gather information. The system we want to attack. How does it work? What kind of operating system is it? What kind of system is it? When was their last update? When was the last time they updated the system? When was the last time they upgraded their workspace? When was the last time they checked their logs? Those are the information they want to gather. Reconnaissance. Then second stage is scanning and enumeration. This is where they now begin to launch, passive scanning into your system to see if there are vulnerabilities. We have different scanning that can be done. Vulnerability scanning to check for vulnerabilities. Service scanning to check for active services. Because when there are no active services, there will be nothing to attack. Open port, that is port scanning. P-O-R-T, port. P-O-R-T. You can scan for ports because open ports will give access into the system. You see, so different scannings will be done. And there are a lot of tools that are used for that. I'm going to, just explain briefly on some of those tools. Then number three, after scanning has been done, then they can now launch the attack. That attack they are now launching is the gaining access or exploitation. So it means that until they have gathered information, stage one, and they have scanned your system, stage two, they cannot launch attack. They will not exploit. Without vulnerability, there cannot be an exploit. Are you getting that now? So gaining access into the system is stage three. Then stage four, no attacker want to come and go. They want to come and stay. So that is stage four. They maintain access. So they come into your system and they create an environment for themselves so that even after you try to mitigate them, you try to, wipe the system off the attack, they will still have a way to, have access to it from the back door. So they create back doors. Are you getting that now? Then number five, covering track. They don't want to be traceable. So they cover their track. They don't want to be traceable. All right. So those are the 5 stages of ethical hacking. If you want to study cybersecurity, you will understand them and you know how to carry out those attacks. I wish I can show you. I'll show you one of the kind of attacks that can happen practically before we go. To be the only thing we'll do on this training in this masterclass. So different tools that we have. Metasploits, very crazy. Now I'm using the word crazy because that's the best word that can describe it. Metasploit is this tool that is used for exploitation. That is what is used for exploitation, pen testing. But take note, the difference between ethical hackers and unethical hackers is just the ethic. Most of the time, they follow the same life cycle. Most of the time, they use the same tools. The only difference is that one of them is doing it for malicious intent, that is unethical hacker, while one is doing it to be able to discover vulnerabilities and patch it, just to make the system more secure. That's the difference between black hat hacker and white hat hacker. Black hat hacker are the ones called unethical hackers. They are the ones that are doing it for malicious intent. They are the ones that are causing damage. They are the ones that are hacking into your WhatsApp, into your Facebook, hacking into your system, hacking into your laptop, different things. While white hat hackers, they are the ethical ones. They are the ones that are doing it following ethics. They are helping you test that system to find vulnerability, block it before the black hat guys will come and check it. Are you getting it now? So Metasploit can be used by any of the two. All right. Then we have Nmap. Nmap is what is used at this stage, scanning. It is used for port scanning. It is used for service scanning. It is used for operating system scanning. Can be used to scan for different port services and all of that. Then Bob Suit. Bob Suit is used to launch attack. Bob Suit is used at stage 3. Injection attack, brute force attack, authentication bypass, different kind of attack, SQLI, XSS, different kind of attack. You use Bob Suit for it. Then we have Wireshark. Wireshark is not an attacking tool. It's just a packet analysis tool. It is used to check everything that is happening within the network. So just as I opened this to you the other time, if I connect my Wireshark now, everything happening on this particular website and this one, I'll be able to see them. I mean, everything happening here, the not secure one and the secure one, I'll be able to see them. The only difference is that this one, I will not be able to see it in plain text. While this one, I will see it in plain text. Plain text means English language that I can read. But for this one that is secured, it will be scrambled. It will be in ciphertext, something that is not readable. Okay. All right. So moving forward, then we have Kali Linux. That's the basic of hacking. Kali Linux is an operating system. It's an operating system just like your Windows. Are you following me now? Just like your Windows. It's an operating system, but it is peculiar to pen testing because it comes with 600 plus pre-installed tools. Some of those tools include Metasploit. Metasploit comes with it. Nmap comes with it. Bob Suit comes with it. John the Ripper comes with it. I will explain John the Ripper too. Hydra comes with it. Medusa comes with it. Are you following that now? So Kali Linux is, and most of the time you use Kali Linux on your virtual machine. Virtual machine. What's the virtual machine? Virtual machine is just another computer on your computer. You will get to learn that when you register for the course. Then the last tool I will expose you to is John the Ripper. John the Ripper is a password cracking tool. It's used to crack passwords. Are you following me now? Another example of the tool of a tool used for cracking password is Medusa. Medusa is also used to crack password. Hydra is also used to crack password. So we have different tools that can be used for that. We have Hashcat too. Hashcat can be used to crack password. Even Bob Suit can be used to crack password. So these different tools, you will master them when you learn or when you register for cybersecurity trainings. Okay. Then we have certifications. 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 All right. So before I go into certifications, now every industry has a certification or has one or two certifications. Every industry has one or two certifications. Every industry has one or two certifications. So cybersecurity is not exempted. Now, if you don't have someone to guide you, you can be doing the wrong certification for 10 years. You know, I told you that every certificate, cybersecurity has different domain. Now, those different domains have peculiar certification for them. Are you getting me now? Those different domains have peculiar certifications for them. For example, if you are going into ethical hacking, there are certifications that are peculiar to you. Are you getting me now? If you are going into ethical hacking, there are certifications that are peculiar to you. One of them is CEH, Certified Ethical Hacker. But if you are not going into ethical hacking, there are other certifications. For example, if you are going to SOC analysis, there are certifications like CompTIA Security Plus, like the CC, like Google Professional Certificate, like different kind of certifications. So I'll just show you the few ones that are peculiar, that can open door for you. Let me use that word. That can open door for you. Top on the list of every certification in cybersecurity is CompTIA Security Plus. This is a certification that can get you into any room as long as it is entry level. It will get either you are going to pen testing, then you are going to any domain of cybersecurity. Security Plus will get you in. And people that have Security Plus, salaries that they earn averagely per year is between $75,000 to $95,000. Are you seeing that now? And it doesn't take long to prepare. 2 months, 3 months. I have people that prepare for it in 1 month. Although you must have taken the training. You must have taken the certification training, or sorry, the training we're asking you to take now. But these are industry recognized certification. Okay, so CompTIA Security Plus, then intermediate, we have CEH, then advanced, we have CISSP, and expert, that is, this one is, peculiar. This one is peculiar. So we have OSCP. Now, as a matter of fact, once you have CISSP, you are the apex, you are the top of the ladder. CISSP is Certified Information Security System Professional. You are the top of the ladder. Are you getting it now? Same thing goes to OSCP. So these are the various certifications that can open door for you in cyber security. Now, somebody is asking, if I register for this training, which one will I get? Now, these are paid certifications. But after getting trained in the organization, in the academy, one of the things that we can guarantee you is that you will not need to spend 3 to 6 months again to prepare for CompTIA Security Plus, because everything you will need must have been touched during that training. So it will just be taking the curriculum of CompTIA and then, just scanning through, and you'll be able to pass. I can guarantee that. All right, so because of our time, what are the various career paths that we have in cybersecurity? You can choose to become a pen tester. You can choose to become a security analyst. Pen tester are people that test systems. I've explained that earlier, to find vulnerability before criminals do. You can become a security analyst. They monitor systems, detect threats, and respond to incidents. That is, when there is a problem, when there is an attack, These are the people that monitor system to see if there's an attack. When there is an attack, they detect it, then they respond to it. Then we have security, cloud security architect. We have digital forensic expert. I've explained digital forensic to you. Then we have CISO, Chief Information Security Officer. These guys, they are the top. They are like the CEO of cybersecurity. They are like the CEO of cybersecurity. Imagine earning $350,000 per year. You know, you'll be competing with Elon Musk. That's on a lighter note. Okay. So, lastly, we have security engineers. We have security engineers. These are people that build what you know as CCTV today is the work of security engineers. What you know as fingerprint today, fingerprint scanner is the work of security engineer. What you know as face ID scanner is the work of security engineer. You can choose to be any of these. I can tell you that there is none that is difficult to come into. You just need determination and dedication. You must be devoted to it, because cybersecurity, I'm not going to lie to you, cybersecurity will require your time and effort. Lazy people don't do cybersecurity. All right. So, having said that, let's look at a few real world case studies. I'm having a background noise. I think Eteme, please, can you mute your mic? It's actually causing an echo from my end. All right, so let's see a few real-world case studies. We have the SolarWind attack, because you might be saying, we said 2,200 attack every day. Where are those attacks? We don't know about them. It's because you are not in the industry. If you are in the industry, you will know about them. One of the popular real-world cyber breach that has happened is the SolarWind. The SolarWind attack. It happened in 2020, and it affected about 18,000 organizations, including U.S. government agencies. 18,000 organizations. And how much did it cost them? $40 billion. That single attack cost $40 billion. That's a lot. That money is giving me a headache as I'm pronouncing it. $40 billion. Are you seeing that now? Then we have another one. We have the Colonial Pipeline attack that happened in 2021. You know, I'm giving you recent attacks. 2021 is a ransomware attack that affected U.S. East Coast, and it cost about $4.5 million. It cost them about $4.4 million. Then we have the Equifax. This is one of the most popular. Equifax. It affected 147 million people. Their personal data were exposed. Their personal data were exposed. Equifax, and it cost about $575 million. So there are real-world case scenarios that are even very close to you that you're not paying attention to. So let me ask you this question before I round up. How many of you have Yahoo Mail? You have Yahoo Mail account, Yahoo Mail. You use Yahoo Mail. Your email is something at yahoo.com. How many of us have it? Or you've had it before, but you are no longer using it. You've had it before, but you are no longer using it. Good. Now you can see the number of us that we had it before, but we are no longer using it. Do you know why? Because Yahoo experienced an attack. 2017. Was it 2017? Sorry, 2007. They experienced an attack, and that attack was what led to their going into extinction. So those of us that are not Gen Z, that have been using email as far back as 2007, 2006, 2005, 2009, you will know that Yahoo Mail used to be the giant in the industry then. Something just happened and Gmail just came in. Everybody now began to use Gmail. Because you are not in the industry is why you don't know. What happened was that Yahoo was attacked, customer data was breached, and everybody migrated to Gmail. That is how dangerous attacks can be. Are you following now? Yahoo got breached. In fact, they had to sell the company. They sold it to Verizon, and they lost about $300 million in stock. Everybody migrated. So the reason why almost all of us have Gmail is because Yahoo fell off. Yahoo used to be the giant in the industry before. That is how grievous cyber attacks can be. Okay. Then we have different cyber security toolkit. I'll just list them because knowing how to use them will require that you take trainings. Okay, for offensive and testing, we have Metasploit Framework, PubSuite Pro, OWASP, ZAP, Kali Linux, and SQL Map. For network and traffic, we have Wireshark, Nmap, Zenmap, Snort IDS, Zik. Then we have TCP dump, and we had one for you. We have the Suricata. Okay, under SIM and defense, SIM is security information and event management. Security information and event management. That is what is used to monitor so that when there is an attack, we'll be able to know. We have Splunk, we have IBM QRadar, we have Microsoft Sentinel, we have Elastic SIM, sorry. Then we have Wazoo. Now, everybody that will become a security analyst must know these things. Becoming a security analyst will require that you know this thing. Becoming a pen tester will require that you know these ones, this offense and testing. Then under cloud and identity, we have AWS Security Hub, Azure Defender, HashiCorp Vault, Okta IAM, then CrowdStrike. So these are the various tools. There are a lot more. These are different tools that we use in cyber security. Okay, so if you register for the course, what are you going to gain? You're going to learn the foundation of cyber security. You're going to learn the fundamentals of ethical hacking. You're going to learn network defense, cloud and app security, incident response, capstone. You're going to do capstone project, and you will be certified. You will get certificate from the academy. So that is that about that. Now, what are the benefits of learning with the academy? Industry recognized certification, hands-on cyber range labs. You are not going to just be using. It's not just going to be theoretical. You will work with real labs. You get your hand dirty. Expert-led instruction, of course, just like you're enjoying this. I believe you're enjoying this master class. You're going to enjoy your class as well. Then career placement support, lifetime access to content, and you're going to be prepared for any of the certifications that you are registering for, that you want to take in the industry. So that is that about that. So let's look at the future of cybersecurity. Then I show you something practical, and then we go for today. The future of cybersecurity, number one, there will be AI-powered attack, and that calls for AI-powered defense. There will be in fact, it has started now. Deepfakes and LLMs, large language models, they are being weaponized for social engineering at massive scale. If attackers are using AI, cybersecurity professionals also should use AI. So I'm showing you that in the few months to come, or in few years to come, it will be full-blown AI-powered attack out there. Then quantum computing threats. Now, quantum computing is not something we are expecting in the next 2-3 years, but we are expecting it. And one of the things that quantum computing does is that it can break any encryption. So we must come up with post-quantum cryptography. Now, why I'm showing you this is that cybersecurity is an ever-evolving industry. It's ever-evolving, okay? Then we have Internet of Things attack surfaces. As of today now, there are 75 billion connected devices on the internet. That is your own device, my device. Many of us use 3 devices, 4 devices. Some of us have 3, 4 laptops. Now, those are individual laptops that are connected to the internet. If we calculate all of them, 75 billion connected devices, and we have to secure all of them. Cybersecurity is needed, largely needed. Then we have zero trust architecture. The death of perimeter network identity is the new security boundary. That is, things are moving from traditional method of computing to cloud and digital. So we need to also migrate like that. Are you getting it now? Data are no longer stored in physical centers. They are now stored on the cloud. Our computings are no longer physically established. They are now in the cloud. Our network is no longer physical. They are now in the cloud. So we must also migrate our security to the cloud. So those are the things we are expecting in the future of cyber security. All right. So that being said, let me show you a quick attack that you can experience in cyber security. Okay, so this is something I create myself. This lab is personally for me. So this is something I use for my students. Let's look at a particular attack here. Let me just pick one. Yes. So there's an attack called SQL injection attack. SQL injection attack. Just like you can have your Facebook login page or any kind of login page. So let's type username Amdor. Then password. We use PASSWORD. Then we say login. Authentication field. We are unable to log in. Now that's basically what is expected from every form of login. That is, if you don't have access to the password, or if you don't know the password, you should not be able to log in. Now, let's say admin. Then we use password as well. You see, it's still the same thing, unable to log in. But let's now launch an attack, SQL injection. We put an SQL query. So let's copy one of our queries here. This is an SQL query, and we put it here. Because this form is not sanitized, this input is not sanitized. What we call input sanitization, I can't explain that now. It's a technical term that you are going to encounter in your class. Now, because this input is not sanitized, that is, the username box is allowed to take anything. So I'm injecting a malicious payload into it, which is what I just typed here. The same password that is unable to log in before. If I click login now, you can see authentication success, SQL injection successful. That is how attack is conducted. Did you just get that illustration? This is how attacks. Now, this looks very simple, but I tell you that it doesn't work that way in real life now. But I'm telling you that it is the same, this particular thing, or any of these three, they are what we use to breach into any kind of form. If you want to use SQL injection, if you go online and you search malicious SQL query, and you press enter. I don't like this. SQL malicious SQL injection queries. Okay. Now let's look at it. Can you see that even from Google, the queries they are giving us is or 1 equal to 1, then the comment, we call this comment. Are you getting it now? That is, if I copy this, let me refresh this. If I copy this and I put it here and I type anything, I'm done. I'll be able to log in. Can you see that? That's as simple as it is. Those are the things that are used for injection, and that's how attacks are conducted. Are you following that now? So those are the things you are going to learn when you register for cybersecurity. Now, understanding how this attack works, how attackers carry it out, and how to defend against it, which is where input sanitization comes in, are the things that you are going to learn as a cybersecurity professional. So that is that about that. Now we can move on to question and answer. Thank you. All right, to the host, please.
All right, thank you so very much, Mr. Oluwatosin. Thank you so much for that amazing section. It's so full of, it's actually packed with information and it's so educative. Thank you so very much once again. And if you know you have any question for Mr. Oluwatosin, please can you signify by raising your digital hands up. And if you are actually in a noisy place, you can unmute yourself to speak. If you are not, however, you can actually type your question in the message box. So let's quickly have questions. So yeah, your hands are up. Please, can you unmute yourself and speak if you are actually all right, go ahead,
have a question, please.
Speak. Then Soya, you will go next.
Yeah.
Hi, good evening.
I also have the question get to what you said. Thank you, Mr.
Please go ahead, sir.
For your yeah. Now,
all right, that's okay. Please go ahead, sir.
Something happened some days ago. I was standing in the office of my. Now, somebody hacked into the phone of my wife, right? Now, the phone was hacked, and I discovered that something popped up on my phone, on our phone, and my phone was very hot, very, very hot. And I saw that thing that popped up. When I discovered that, I quickly had to tell her, something has happened to your phone. Can you please check? So when you check that, right, and we discovered that they've installed something security, spies and everything, blah, blah, on the phone. And she could not control the phone again until the phone got damaged. Yes. Now, I want to ask, is that part of hacking the... Are you
Yes,
with me,
I'm
sir?
with you. Okay, so now number one thing you have to know is that thing you just experienced is basically a malware attack. And let me use the common language that you will understand. That's a virus attack. Well, virus is not the only form of malware that we have. So that's why I use the general term malware attack. And the protection against malware is to use anti-malware that you call antivirus. And you know, prevention, they say, is better and cheaper than cure. So if you are waiting for the attack before you get anti-malware on your device, then it might be too late. Just like the case of Mr. David's wife now. So getting anti-malware on your devices before any attack is always advisable. But that attack is a malware attack. It's one of the key type of attack that we have in under cyber security. It's one of the key type of attack that we have. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Oluwatosin. Please, does any other person have any question? If you have question, please, you can unmute yourself and speak. If not, if no other question for Mr. Oluwatosin, I'll have to share my screen. Mr. Oluwatosin, please, can you stop sharing? Thank you so much. So right now we are in another segment on why you should train with Amdo. Somebody's hand is up. Aicha, do you want to say something? If you want to say something, please unmute yourself, then speak. Thank you.
Good evening, madam. Good evening.
Good evening, ma. Please go ahead and ask your question.
Please, I wish to ask a question to the lecturer. Must we know math before doing cyber security?
Okay.
Are you getting me, madam?
If your question is, must you know mathematics before you can do
cyber
security, right? Is that your question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so mathematics is not a compulsory thing. You don't need to be an expert in mathematics to learn cyber security, because we don't do 2 + 2 in cyber security. But of course, you know that you must have formal education. That is, you must be able to read and write. That's all you need. Ability to read and write is what you need to learn cyber security.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Hello. Hello.
Hi,
If
good
you're
evening.
speaking, we can't hear.
Hello.
I think we lost her.
Hello.
Hi, Abu, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Please go ahead with your question.
I really tell Oli Watkins a plenty thank you for the submission. First of all, what I want to ask here, because from the starting, even though I do not follow, because for now I'm currently busy here. Please, how can someone like now I have my phone, you understand? Then how to secure my devices, which someone cannot invade into my phone, like to hack it or to do other things. There is any way, or which app or which tool you can use? Please, I want the guy to respond to my question, please.
All right. So there are different ways to secure your device. Different ways.
Okay.
But
Okay.
one I have mentioned one the other time getting anti-malware on your device. Getting
Malware is
anti-malware.
a app. Sorry, it's a app or what? Which tool that can I
Yeah,
use to?
yeah. I mean, it's just basically antivirus. You can just go online and check for antivirus. That's what we call anti-malware. We call antivirus.
How can I
And if
go
you are
about it?
using, if you are, you said what?
How can I go about it? Like if I download it from now, you understand?
Okay, so maybe you have to take another training for that. But I mean, it's not something you need to be trained for. Okay, so let me just give you that as a bonus, even though we are beyond our schedule.
Exactly.
I won't be able to share my screen again. So just go online.
Okay.
Type
On Play Store.
antivirus. Go on your browser. If you are using if it is your computer and you are using Microsoft Word, Microsoft Windows.
I'm not using computer. I have the phone.
Okay, it's your phone, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so just go online and search for antivirus. So there are a few ones. Now I would recommend one, Beat Defender. Beat Defender. That's one antivirus I will recommend for you. Download it just like an app on your device. Just like so you can once you install it, it will defend. Beat Defender, BIT, then Defender.
Okay, BIT, Beat Defender. Okay.
All right. So that's one thing I can recommend for now. Then be careful of the links that you click. Be careful of the links that you click so that you don't click phishing links. All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, thank you so much for that. Does anybody has any more questions before we move ahead? We'll take one more last question before we move ahead. So does anybody has any other question? If no questions, then
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Please go ahead with your question.
Please, I want to ask, like somebody who wants to go into cybersecurity, like how many hours per day should the person be able to set aside? Like how many hours per day? Let's assume the person is a working class person and always busy. How many hours per day should he or she schedule?
All right. So like they will say, determination leads to success. You are the one that know what you want to get into. You are the one that you are the one that know why you want to learn cybersecurity. So it depends on how you can, schedule your time very well. But averagely, I would recommend 3 hours per day. Averagely, if you can spare 3 hours per day to learn cybersecurity, I can guarantee that in 3 months you will not be the same. 3 hours minimum. I can't compare yourself to myself. When I was learning cybersecurity, 14 hours per day, but you can't do that because you're working class. But 3 hours per day, averagely. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much for that. So let's move to the next section. So why train with Amdo? I know there are a lot of people want clarity on why they should train with Amdo. Why Amdoranalytics? Why are you not going to other training institutes? Why should you use Amdoranalytics? One of the reasons why you should train with us at Amdoranalytics is because our trainings are practical and job ready, right? So we don't just train you, just like what you saw today, just like what you're seeing, what you've just saw, the session that just ended. You saw practical training. No one is sending you recordings. No one is saying, go and watch these recordings and come back and tell us what you feel. You have this conversation with your facilitator. You have this one-on-one. It feels like you are in a physical class, despite the fact that it's a virtual class. Yet I know all of us who are here, those of us who joined from the beginning, we can actually have this connection. There's a connection between us and the facilitator. That's because it's a job-ready training. It's a practical training. You ask your questions. If you are watching a recorded video, if you has been sent recorded video, do you ask questions? Who do you ask questions while watching recorded video? If you are going to online platforms to take the training, who do you ask questions? The questions that came here are beautiful questions. Imagine if it was an online training. Who are you going to ask those questions? So that's why you need to train with us at Amdoranalytics. Our facilitators are patient, just like what you've seen so far. Our facilitators are ready to hear you. They want to answer your question, and they want to make sure that they take you on this journey step by step. So the second reason why you should train with Amdoranalytics is industry standard tools and technologies. You just saw what happened. The facilitators is opening things, telling you, opening tools, telling you, oh, this is what you do. Don't click on this site. This site, if you click on it, everything you are seeing, your password, everything you're typing, the hackers are actually seeing it from the end. Rather, click on this one because there's a certificate on this one. That is what industry standard tools and technology is. We don't just train and train and train. We use practical industry standard tools and technology. And the third reason why you should train with Amdoranalytics is expert instructors with real experience. Our facilitator, Mr. Oluwatosin, has 5 years of training experience in cybersecurity. So you're not being trained by an amateur. You're not being trained by a student. You're not being trained by your fellow students. Some training institute, after the training, they are going to recruit. After the training, they recruit. Maybe they can say, okay, from this set, you're recruiting 2 facilitators, and you see a student start lecturing you. It's not here. Over here, we have facilitators who have over 10 decades, who have over 1 decade of experience. Our data analyst over here, she has over 10 years of professional experience in data analysis. Our cybersecurity facilitator has over 5 years of teaching experience. So what else do you want? What else can you ask for? So the fourth reason why you should actually train with Amdor is personalized mentorship and support. We would hold you by your hand step by step. You're not just paying us money, and after you pay money, that's it. After you pay us your money, we want to be sure that you're actually reaching that ladder. You will get mentorship after training support, or after the training, or maybe during the training, you apply for a job and you get a job, your first job, you don't even know what to do. Just imagine a cybersecurity student now, maybe after the training, 1 month after the training, the person gets a job. The person is confused. He doesn't even know how to answer interview questions. You reach out to us. Amdoranalytics, I just got an interview. Please, how do I just got an interview mail at so organization. Please, how do I answer this question? I don't even know what to do. I'm confused. That's why we have experienced facility.
Hi, please confirm you can hear me. Hello, please confirm you can hear me. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and continue. Apologies for that. Please confirm you can see my screen. Can you see my screen? All right, thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you for your patience, and thank you for waiting behind. Thank you. We really appreciate that. Okay, let's talk about our scholarship program. For those of you that are joining us for the first time, we started 90% discount since few weeks now, and it's still ongoing. And a lot of people have reached out to us, want to know how, what are the programs that we offer here at Amdoranalytics. Here are the programs that we offer: data analytics, cyber security. Now, cyber security is just one of our programs. If you are just joining our program, our bootcamp for the first time, this is one of our programs that we offer here at Amdoranalytics. So we have HR analytics, we have AI engineering, we have data engineering, we have data science, we have project management, and we have business analysis. So for our program starting on 28th, because this program will be starting on 28th of this month, I will talk about it. Let's talk about the price of the programs. Okay, so currently we are offering a 90% discount across all our programs. So if you are just joining and you want to know more about our programs and the training fee, for those of you that join our program December earlier this year, even last month, you know how much we are selling our program. Our cyber security is over 800, 900,000 naira. Okay, so now we've brought it down to 150,000 naira. So if you want to register for our cyber security program or AI engineering, please pay very good attention. Our cyber security program and AI engineering is 150,000 naira. So we have HR analytics, data science, data engineering, business analytics, project management. All these are 100,000 naira. Any of this program that you want to, go for, they are 100,000 naira at the rate of 90% discount. Note, this discount is just for this month. Okay, and it's ending very soon because fast seats are fast up filling, and we have just limited seats available. Okay, so my colleague actually mentioned this. For those that want to know more about Amdoranalytics and what we do here at Amdoranalytics, we do a lot here at Amdoranalytics. When it comes to training, leave it for us. You understand? When it comes to training, success stories, we have them across all our social media platforms. Please check Amdoranalytics out on all the social media platforms out there. We are on YouTube. You can check us out on YouTube and see the amazing thing that we've been doing over the years. Okay, we are on Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, anywhere, TikTok. Yeah, we're everywhere. X, that's formerly known as Twitter. We are everywhere. Okay, so now let's talk about the payment. So if you want to make your payment, please reach out to all my colleagues. We are on all our social media platforms, especially WhatsApp. So if you're on our WhatsApp group, just know that, just send a message there, I want to make payments. Like I said, this is limited because we started this scholarship program since 2 weeks now. We've been on this for 2 weeks, and it's going to end very soon, because we don't want a situation where we have too much people in each of these class. So when we get to a certain number that we are comfortable with, we'll just stop the registration. Okay, so don't wait till when it's 27 so that I start rushing hours. No, we will not even, by that time, we'll get back to our original price and you pay for the original price. Okay, so please note that the time for this scholarship is just 6 months. Okay, so if you want to make payments, send a message on the WhatsApp group. You want to make payments, my colleagues, they will just jump on your DM and share the account details with you. Make payments and start your enrollment process. They want to do anything, you want to download any app or whatever, so you get that done before the start date. Okay, so the program is starting on 28th. Our programs are weekends, Saturdays and Sundays, and it is live section like what we just did now. Live section Saturdays and Sundays. Okay, so it's not that this one is maybe we'll go and give you a video and ask you to go and start watching, or we give you documents and ask you to go and read up, because we don't want to be there. So it's going to be hands-on from the beginning of the program till the end of the program. Okay, so the program is 12 weeks. That's 3 months. So 2 months you will be with us, live section, teaching you up and down. Then for the 1 month you are going to start using lab. So for those that want to learn cybersecurity, you start using different labs. So you start working on different projects for good 1 month. That's for custom projects and mentorship for that 1 month. Now, aside from all these things that you've heard my colleague, and of course what I'm repeating here, there are other benefits that we give here at Amdoranalytics that we're yet to mention, and that's CV review. Okay, we help you to optimize your CV, very, very important, and LinkedIn optimization. So when you start this program, we are going to tell you more about LinkedIn and social media, how you can sell yourself. Trust me, if you don't know how to set up a branding for yourself, trust me, you find it difficult to land a job. You see people that finish this program over the years and they're still struggling to land a job. That's because they didn't start early to understand the importance of social media proof. Because sometimes when you reach out to a recruiter reach out to you that they want to hire you, one of the first things that they do, they will just go to your LinkedIn to check out if truly you are whoever you say on your CV. So these are the things that we do here at Amdoranalytics. We help you with Upwork optimization. And of course, we help you with what? How to navigate the job market. So a lot of sections that you're going to be having. Every every Thursday, that starts from their Saturday and Sunday classes, every Thursdays is our mentorship session. So you're going to be meeting with different mentors from the beginning of your program till the end of your program. So I want to tell you something, that whatever you're paying for this program, in fact, a day class does not, like whatever you're paying here, does not even pay a day class payment. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. So just note that we are doing this free of charge. It's more or less that is free of charge that we're doing this program. Okay, so if you're interested in starting the program, there's no need, and notes, there's no best time to start it. There is no best time. And if you have this question that, okay, how about if I miss class, what happens? All our programs are recorded, like what we're doing now is being recorded. So after this section, we are going to share the login, the recording with you. So for our main program, when you register, we are going to, onboard you on our LMS using the Google Classroom. So you have access to the videos. In fact, and it is lifetime access. That's the amazing thing about our programs here, especially now. For now, is lifetime access. Imagine you finish your program in the next 3 years, in the next 2 years, in the next 1 year, you still go there and access those videos. That's the best thing that any academy, can offer you. And that's what we are doing here at Amdoranalytics. So if you have any question, please unmute yourself and ask questions. So let's take your questions, guys. So questions, I don't think that there's time for you to start waiting for the perfect time to start raising. Like we said, we have the number of students we are looking for, and by tomorrow, let's assume tomorrow now, we'll have the number of students that we're looking for. Trust me, I said this last I think few days ago when we hosted our data analytics program. We'll go back to our original price. Okay, we'll go back to our original price. So let's take questions, guys. Questions about Amdoranalytics. Questions about Amdoranalytics. About cybersecurity program.
Good evening once again.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Please, may I ask this question? How long has Amdor existing?
Okay, this year will be 4 years.
4 years.
Yes.
Okay. And I just want to know how long you have been existing, because with what I've been hearing so far, it's like you have been existing for the past 15 years. Because I'm really enjoying, if not that I'm already engaged in school business, I really love, I would love to, participate in your programs. But that was why I asked the question from the other Mr. Oluwato, saying that, like, how many hours can somebody
Oh, I guess it's your network. I don't know if it's on my end.
You're not hearing me?
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, I think I missed you for some seconds, but I can hear you now. Please go ahead.
I said, if I cannot join for now, I'll make sure I enroll my daughter tomorrow. By God's
Okay,
grace.
that's fine, sir. Okay, that's
Thank
fine,
you so
sir.
much.
I think you're the one that reached out to me today.
Not today, on Sunday, I think Sunday. So I called you on
Someone
WhatsApp.
reached out to me today.
Amdor, they are
Okay.
practically sound. They are practically sound. Please subscribe with Amdor. I'm saying this one. Amdor are very good. Yes.
For my daughter, for my as well. All right, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys.
They will have time for you. That other organization, they will have time for you. I know what I'm talking about.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Thank you very much for that, David. Thank you. And that's just the reality. So here, there's nothing like we don't have time to take your questions. We are here. When you register for an academy and you have question every minute, every day, and you see someone there attending to your questions, and that's a blessing. Trust me. And that's what we do here at Amdoranalytics. We are here to support you. We are here to ensure that you get value. See that value, 100%. We are interested in your value, to ensure that you get value for your money. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for engaging. So we'd like to see you start making payments, because, like I said, there's no time again. If we just make, we don't want any of these classes to be overfilled. That's just it. We don't want any of the to be overfilled. So when we meet the certain number of students, So we just close the registration. Yeah. Thank you very much, guys, and see you guys in the class. Bye.